أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته Ramadan Kareem. And the answer? Allahu Akram. Okay, can we start with the salawat please? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Do you remember what I forgot? What is it? Salah ala Nabi. Okay, fine. Right, let's start with our Quran recitation. And we will start with Suratul Humaza. Goodness, it's scary. Suratul Humaza is surah number 104. So let's recite it first, okay? And I said we would recite 104 right up to 114. So are you ready with your Qur'ans? Okay, let's recite it then. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويل لكل همزة لمزة الذي جمع مالا وعددا يحسب أن ماله أخلدا كلا لينبذن في الحطمة وما أدراك ما الحطمة نار الله الموقدة التي تطلع على الأفئدة إنها عليهم مؤصدة في عمد ممددة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كأسف مأكول بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي يطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق الرسول الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين. Right, we're going to look at Surah Al-Humazah. It's a scary surah. Oh, it's really scary. So let's start off by saying it's surah number 104. Now, what is Humazah? Now, Humaz and Lumaz, because it starts with Wailul likulli humazatil lumazah, sort of interchangeable. But Humaz is someone who talks badly about you behind your back. And it's a little bit subtle. It's like he's, trying to hide his badness, or she. Lumaz is somebody who talks in front of you, in your face, and it's really mean, talks really badly about you. And normally, these people are those who are only talking about others to cover up their own weaknesses, their own insecurities, and they're always looking for faults in others. It's awful. So Humaz also means one who breaks someone, one who breaks somebody's dignity. In other words, somebody's status, how somebody feels about themselves, makes them feel so horrible. While Lumaz is like sarcastic. That means these are people who are mean with their words. So if somebody were to ask us, what is the focus of Surah Al-Humazah? The focus is, it is the profile of one who makes his God money. So his God is money. If you ask him, what are you worshipping? He might say God, but his actions so show that he worships one money. And it shows you what happens to him on the day of Qiyamah. So it's these sort of people who will, if somebody is above them, if somebody has more than them, then they will talk about them behind their backs. If somebody's got less than them, they will insult them in front of them, and it's really awful. So let's see. I'm going to go through the surah so we know what it is. Now, historically, when the surah was revealed, it was talking about those people who were totally against the Prophet. They used to speak so badly about him. They used to insult him in front of him and talk badly about him behind his back. They were wealthy, they were very rich, and they thought they were really, really powerful. So let's see what Allah says. He says, Wailul likulli humazatil lumazah. There are two surahs that begin with wail. One is this, and do you remember the other one we did? Mutaffifin, those who cheated. About 40 times in the Quran, wail comes. So it's Wailul lil mukadhibin, Wailul lil musallin, those who pray. Remember we talked about it? Those who pray just to show off. But basically it is those who are so selfish. So here Allah says, Wailul likulli humazatil lumazah. And wail is like the worst part of Jahannam. Also, we're told that these are people who can't speak for themselves, because every time they say something, the other person puts them down or says badly about them. So Allah is speaking for them, and He's saying wail. And wail is used to really talk about something that's awful. So talking like this, Humazah and Lumazah, is really awful. Now, who does this? Who gossips behind your back and who insults you in front of you? Allah says, الَّذِي جَمَعَ مَالًا وَعَدَّدَ. It is the person who collects wealth and keeps on counting it, has to check every day, how much have I got in my account? How much money do I have? So he looks down at those below him and he picks faults in those who have more than him. Jama'a is that his entire goal in life is to collect money, is to collect wealth. So how much more will I have? Now, what does he think? يَحْسَبُ أَنَّ مَالَهُ أَخْلَدَ. He thinks that his wealth will make him live forever. He thinks he'll never have to worry about the future. He does give money as well. He gives donations, and it's a she as well, by the way, but I'm just using the word he. He gives money as well, but just to be seen. Allah says, Al-malu wal-banuna zinatul hayat dunya. Wealth and children are a sign of the life of the world. وَالْبَاقِيَاتُ الصَّالِحَاتُ. What you leave behind, good deeds, are those that will be with you forever. Now what happens to them? He says, كَلَّا لَيُنْبَذَنَّ فِي الْحُطَمَةِ. My goodness, they will be thrown in the hutama. And then he says, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْحُطَمَةِ. What will make you understand what hutama is? He said, it is Narullahil Mukada. Hutama is to break. Hutama is like, stuff that's dried up and crumbles, like dead leaves when they're dry and you crumble them up. He said, because you broke other people's souls and other people's heart, you too will be crumbled. And he says, it's Narullah al Mukada. It is a fire that Allah lights Himself. In other words, you hurt someone, you made them inside burn up. That's what's going to happen to you. الذي تتلي على الأفئدة. Tatali is to climb a mountain over and over again. Afida is your heart. It will engulf your heart. This fire will take over your heart because you hurt somebody's heart. You covered their heart with fire. Then he says, Inna alayhim mu'asada. It'll be enclosed tightly around them. It's like a lidded pot. Fi amadim mumaddada. And it'll be columns that are high and extremely hot. So when you read this, that's so scary. God, don't want to talk about anyone, don't want to hurt anyone, because this surah just tells you that's just not happening. Okay, so with du'as, we will read Ya Aliyu Ya Adim, we will read Allahumma Atkil and Allahumma Rabba Shahri Ramadan. And then, because it's Thursday, and I told you, we're going to look at the du'as for every day of the week, we can read Dua al-Kamil, and that is something that's recommended on the Thursday. We're not going to recite the whole dua. I'll take extracts from it and I'll explain to it. But first, the du'as for the month of Ramadan. Okay, you ready? You got your dua books with you? Right, read with me. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Ya Aliyu Ya Adim. Ya Ghafuru Ya Rahim. أنت الرب العظيم الذي ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع البصير وهذا شهر عظمته وكرمته وشرفته وفضلته على الشهور وهو الشهر الذي فرضت صيامه عليه وهو شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان وجعلت فيه ليلة القدر وجعلتها خيرا من 1000 شهر فيا ذا المن ولا يمن عليك من علي بفكاك رقبتي من النار في من تمن عليه وأدخلني الجنة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم أدخل على أهل القبور السرور اللهم أغني كل فقير اللهم أشبع كل جائع اللهم اكس كل عريان اللهم اقضي دين كل مدين اللهم فرج عن كل مكروب اللهم رد كل غريب اللهم فك كل أسير اللهم أصلح كل فاسد من أمور المسلمين اللهم اشفي كل مريض اللهم سد فقرنا بغناك اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك اللهم اقضي عنا الدين وأغننا من الفقر إنك على كل شيء قدير اللهم رب شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن وافترضت على عبادك فيه الصيام صل على محمد وآل محمد وارزقني حج بيتك الحرام في عام هذا وفي كل عام واغفر لي تلك الذنوب العظام فإنه لا يغفرها غيرك يا رحمن يا علام اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. So we're going to look at Dua al-Kamil. We'll look at some of the extracts in there. And maybe one day we'll get the opportunity to recite it all together. So what is it about Dua al-Kamil? Why is it called Dua al-Kamil? So Kumail ibn Ziyad Naqi was a close companion of Imam Ali. And Alama Majlisi writes that Kumail had gone to like a majlis in the mosque of Basra, where Imam Ali was talking about the night of the 15th of Shaban. So he was mentioning it, and he said, whoever keeps awake on this night and recites the dua of Prophet Khizr. Do you know who Prophet Khizr was? He's still alive, right? Okay, so Prophet Khizr, that person's dua will be responded. Allah will grant that dua. Now, everybody, when they finished the majlis, everybody left to go home. But Kumail stopped at Imam Ali's house and he said, Ya Ali, will you teach me this dua of Prophet Khizr? And Imam Ali said, sit down, record it, and memorize it. Now, they had no tape recorders. That means he had to memorize it and he had to write it. And Imam dictated the dua of Prophet Khizr to him. Imam told him, Kumail, recite this dua if you can every night of Friday, which is today. See, in Islam, the night comes before the day. So today is the night of Friday. That's why sometimes in the Indian subcontinent, the languages we call it Jumerat, or the Rat of Friday. Shabi Jum'ah, some people call it. Okay, Laylatul Jum'ah, it is known as. So said, recite it then, or once a month, or at least once in a year, so that Allah will protect you from the evils of all enemies, O Kumail. Because you have shown such an interest, I grant you the honor of trusting this dua with you. And you know, Kumail, he made sure all of us got it. And today, instead of saying dua of Prophet Khizr, we call it dua al-Kumail. So I'm just going to take little bits of it, okay? So it starts off by saying, oh, I love it. Allahumma inni as'aluka birahmatika allati wasi'at kulla shay. Oh Allah, I ask you in the name of your kindness, your rahmah, that encompasses everyone. Everybody in the world has it. I'm just going to take little bits and pieces. Oh, and then asking for forgiveness. That's so important. So there are 5 things we ask for. Allahumma ghfir li adh-dhunub allati tahtikul ism. Oh Allah, forgive me those sins that tear away my protection. For my protection from sins. Remember, we talked about the helmet, the ghifar. When we said istighfar was that helmet that protected you from the consequences of your sin. So the first thing, tahtikul ism. Then we say, Allahumma ghfir li adh-dhunub allati tunzilun nikam. Oh Allah, forgive me those sins that bring down difficult things on me, right? And then you say, Allahumma ghfir li adh-dhunub allati tughayyirun ni'am. Ya Allah, forgive me those sins that change my good deeds. When good deeds are going to happen, good things are going to happen, and it changes them. Allahumma ghfir li adh-dhunub allati tahbisu ad-du'a. Remember this one. Allahumma ghfir li adh-dhunub allati tahbisu ad-du'a. Forgive me those sins that stop my du'as from getting up there. Like there's a stop on them. And then Allahumma ghfir li adh-dhunub allati tunzilu al-bala. Oh Allah, forgive me those things which bring about so many tests, so many trials. But I love this bit. And remember this bit, you can recite it in Qunut as well. Allahumma ghfir li kulla dhanbin adnabtahu. Forgive me every sin that I've done. Wa kulla khatiyatin aqta'tuha. Every mistake that I may have made. And then you say, Allahumma inni atakarrabu ilayka bi dhikrik. I want to get near you by remembering you all the time, by your dhikr. Now let's look at another extract, okay? Allahumma faqbal udhri. Oh Allah, accept my excuses. Warham shiddata dhurri. Please have mercy on these difficult times that are on me. Wafukkani min shaddi wathaki. And release me. Make these things that hold tight onto me, that are making life difficult. Open them. You say, Ya Rabbi irham dha'fa badani. Have mercy on this weak body of mine. وَرِكَّةَ جِلْدِي. I mean, look at my skin, it's so thin. وَدِكَّةَ عَظْمِي. My bones are so frail. Have mercy, Ya Allah. Oh, and then I love this bit. We say, فَحَبْنِي يَا إِلَهِي وَسَيِّدِي وَمَوْلَايَ وَرَبِّي. Now you see how you call Allah. You say, love me. And you tell, Ya Ilahi, oh my God, wa Sayyidi, oh my chief, wa Mawlaya, oh my master, my protector, wa Rabbi, oh my Rabb, again my master. Sabartu ala adhabik. Now I may be able to have patience over the punishment. فَكَيْفَ أَصْبِرُ عَلَى فِرَاقِكَ. But how can I have patience for you being far away from me? وَحَبْنِي صَبَرْتُ عَلَى حَرِّ نَارِكَ. Maybe because of the bad things I've done, maybe I'll able to bear the fire, the hotness of the fire. فَكَيْفَ أَصْبِرُ عَنِ النَّظَرِ إِلَى كَرَامَتِكَ. But how can I bear the fact that you will not look at me with your generosity and your honor? كيف أسكن في النار, and how will I live in the fire? ورجائي عفوك, and I am relying, my hope is that you will forgive me. And then you say فبعزتك يا سيدي ومولاي أقسم صادقا, I swear لئن تركتني ناطقا, that if you leave me with even a little bit of speech, if I can speak, لأضجنك إليك بين أهلها ضجيج العاملين, then in between, that means in between the people in the fire, if you put me there, I will tell them. We say وَلَأَبْكِيَنَّكَ, I will cry to you, but you say وَلَأُنَادِيَنَّكَ, I will shout it. أين كنت يا ولي المؤمنين, where are you, where are you, or the protector of those who believed, because I believed. Then you say يا غاية أعمال العارفين, oh the goal of the hopes of those who know you. يا غياث المستغيثين, use that word. Oh, the one who helps those who need help. يا حبيب قلوب العارفين, oh, the friend of the ones whose hearts are sincere. ويا إله العالمين, and the God of the worlds. These are such beautiful names. And then at the end we say يا سريع الرضا, oh, the one who gets happy very quickly. You do something small, something good, and he loves you. اغفر, forgive me. لمن لا يملك إلا الدعاء, forgive the one who has nothing but dua. He owns nothing. فإنك فعال لما تشاء, because you can do what you want. And then you say يا من اسمه دواء, or one whose name is dawa. You know, we talked about Asma al-Husna. In his name there is dawa, means there is a cure. وَذِكْرُهُ شَفَاء, when you remember him, it's a cure as well. وَطَاعَتُهُ غِنَى, and by obeying him you become rich. Irham, have mercy. مَا رَأْسُ مَالِهِ الرَّجَاء وَسِلَاهُهُ الْبَكَاء, the one who has nothing but hope and whose weapon is only tears. And then the last bit is beautiful. يَا صَابِغَ النِّعَمِ, it's like a fountain of blessings, and a limitless fountain of blessings. And then you say, Ya Dafi and Niqam, or the one who takes away all difficult things. Ya Nur al Mustawhishina fi dhulam, or the light of the ones who are lonely in the darkness. Ya Alim Allah yu'allam, or the one who knows everything, who's never taught. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Bless Muhammad and his progeny. Waf'al bima anta ahlu. Do what is worthy of you. And then you ask your hajjah. It's such a beautiful dua. So pick up a copy of Dua al-Kumail. Read as much as you can, little bit at a time, and you will see that you don't want to put it down. In fact, you wait for Thursday just so that you can recite Dua al-Kumail. Okay, so now let's look at the month of Ramadan. My goodness, I got lots of things today, but my favorite was this email from Hani Ali from Bahrain. So it's a video, and Hani showed me all the things he's done. He's put the times of Salah on the fridge. So Fajr, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha. He's put Masjid al-Bayt, so beautiful, on at his house, and his video is beautiful. Then Mariam, Fahim, Sakina, Ali Jawad, and Zahira. I mean, I love your pictures and I love your messages. Your WhatsApp messages, the voice messages. I wish I could play all of them. I think a whole program I need just to play your messages. Oh my goodness. And I'll tell you something that made the soul grin. When I say grin, like from ear to ear. If my soul had ears, it would smile. It was a handwritten note from Kumail. It was so lovely, and it was written in some beautiful handwriting. Thank you so much to all of you. Well, today is the 27th of Ramadan. Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe because it's the last week, you're thinking about Eid gifts. And if you're not, I hope you are. Because the Prophet said, exchange gifts, because that will lead to increasing your love to one another. That's what he said. So these are my thoughts. Gifts are more than a thought, you know. It's the gift, the intention, the whole package. And the best gifts are those that when you really think about somebody, when you are either writing a card, making a card, it doesn't mean lots of money. It just means putting your thought into it. And there's a difference between just buying something for someone and giving somebody a great gift. So there are three kinds of gifts. See, there is a gift that we give just because we have to. So we just pick it out and we pick it out for everyone and we give the same thing. We don't even think of the person ahead. The second gift is the one where you're thinking about it for a long, long time, and you know about that person. You find out lots about them, you find out what they like, and then you make a gift according to what they like. And the third type of gift is a gift where you have spent time writing things out. So you've gone through a lot of trouble thinking about all the things that this person will think about, and you write it all out, and then you've packaged it really, really well. Because the gift is also about presentation, it's also about packages. And you know what? Gifts leave a mark on the soul. They really do. What somebody gave you many, many years ago, it makes a difference. I still remember a piece of paper which was given to me by one of my daughters on Eid day. So it was a little piece of paper folded up, and she looked at me and she said, "That's all I have, Mama." But it was so beautifully folded. When I opened it up, it said, "This Ramadan, preparing for Eid, I have read 100 times Ilahi Kayfa Ad'uka for you. It's my favorite dua. It's beautiful." And she said she'd read it 100 times. She was only 5 at that time, but I still have that piece of paper. And every time I look at it, tears flow from my eyes because it left a mark. Now, there's so many like that. So many, especially from you. So, the children in my life, I mean, all of you, I don't know, 350 at workshop, loads that I've seen over the years. I still keep your little things, but I'd like to mention one that I think came from someone that is phenomenal. So she was very small when we talked about the ayah, my favorite ayah of the Quran, which is ayah number 11 of Surah 66, which says, "Rabb ibni li indaka baytan fil Jannah." Rabb, build for me a house with you in Jannah. And I asked all the children that I had in the class to draw a house in Jannah, or their house in Jannah. And this young lady drew this house in Jannah, and she gave me the picture. And she gave me the picture because on the street in Jannah, she had put me near her house. For me, that was the greatest honor that a child could give me. Fast forward many, many years later, today she lives on my street, and I just cannot believe that. It is Jannah for me just to have her on my street. Now, these are gifts that make a difference. You forget all the expensive gifts. What you remember is what comes from the heart. So this Eid, when you are making gifts, when you are giving somebody a gift, whether it's for mom, dad, your friends, your siblings, think, what do they like? Do it from the bottom of your heart, and my goodness, it will be your baqiyatu salihat. It will live with you forever. Okay, back to the A to Z of Salah. Do you remember them all now? There's a lot. A for Adhan, B for book, the book of Salah that you write all your things down. Make sure you always have one. C for connect, remember presence of heart. D, dua. Okay, we talked about kunut there as well. E for essentials, that was rukn, do you remember? There are 10 wajibats, no, 11, 10 fingers and a nose, 11 wajibats and 5 essentials or rukn. Okay. E, what about F? F for forgiveness. G for gratitude. H for home. You're going to make a comfort corner where you pray. I for intention. J for jahar, which is talking to the person next you can hear. Jama'ah and jama'ah. K for Kaaba. You were going to make those little signs which tell you in each room where the direction of Qibla is, right? Okay. L for Layl, Salatul Layl. M for Masjid. Wherever you do sajda is called a Masjid. Where you put your head, your more or your sajda is known as Masjid. Okay. N for Nur, that divine energy you get out of praying. O for One. You only pray for the One, Him up there. P for Peace or Taslim. Q for, remember? Qiyam. Okay, what else? Qira'ah. Qu'ud and kunut, and we talked about kunut with dua. R for ruku, S for sujud, and yesterday we did T. T for takbir, for tashahud, and more so we talked about taqibat, didn't we? And part of taqibat was tasbih. Now today, the U is a little bit difficult. I mean, it's not an easy concept. Most people, when I talk to them and I tell them about it, go, what are you talking about? But it's really important. It's U for ubudiyya. Can you say that with me? U for ubudiyya. Now remember, in every salah we say, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. This abd, this concept of abd comes in everywhere. But Some say slave, servant, yeah, they're all right. Somebody who submits to Allah, that's fair enough. But what is ubudiyah? Who is an abd? Now, first of all, let's try and understand who an abd is, because we say we want to be the abd of Allah, right? There's this beautiful dua of Imam Ali which says, Ilahi, my God, kafa bi izzan an akuna laka abdan. It is enough pride for me that I am your abd. I can't even translate it into slave or servant. Let's call it slave for the time being, okay? وَكَفَى بِفَخْرًا أَن تَكُونَ لِي رَبًّا. And it's a sense of real honor for me that you are my Rabb. And then we tell him, أَنْتَ كَمَا أُحِبُّ. You are as I would love you to be. فَاجْعَلْنِي كَمَا تُحِبُّ. Make me as you would love me to be. And he would love me to be his abd. The word uses abd, so that's ubudiyah. So abada is something that's smooth, right? There's no friction. It's really at peace. When you're connected to the Rabb and you become an abd, then there is total peace. Remember we talked about Imam Hussein, when after all that chaos, in the middle of his chaos, there is Allah. And he says, Ridam bikadahi wa tasliman li amri. It's beautiful. And what does Allah say to him? Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna. Oh, he whose soul is at utter peace. A Rabb and a Abd are like coal and fire. If you take a lump of coal, it's a black lump of coal. You put it near fire, it gives energy, it becomes red, and it's beautiful. So it takes the color of the coal. The nearer we get to Allah, the more we can be called his abd. So I'm going to tell you a story that we might be able to understand how to become an abd, okay? So the person here was called Unwan al-Basri. He was 94 years old, and he wanted to learn from Imam Sadiq. He really wanted to learn from him. So he said to Imam Sadiq, please give me the benefit of your knowledge. So Imam said, knowledge is not acquired through learning. Now, he went through a process. Let me just tell you so you understand where he was. So when he first went to Imam, Imam told him, just stay where you are, where you're studying now. And he was really sad. And he kept on going to the mosque in Medina. And he prayed to Allah and said, please make Imam's heart inclined towards me. I really, really want to learn from him. He didn't go anywhere. He used to stay in his house, only come out for Salatul Jama'ah. One day he couldn't bear it any longer. So after Salatul Asr, he goes to Imam and he says, look, I really need to learn from you. I can't learn from anybody else. So Imam told him, knowledge is not acquired through learning. It's a light which illuminates your heart. That means it's a light in your heart. And then Imam told him, it's the light in someone who wants Allah to guide him. So if you want to learn, listen very carefully. If you want to learn knowledge, first seek out ubudiyah. That's what Imam told him. Ubudiyah, he said. So he said, what is ubudiyah? So Imam told him, the first thing is that whatever you have, you must consider that it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to Allah, and you will share it as you have been commanded. So you'll never think this is mine. Everything you have, you will think is from Allah. The second thing he said is that you do your best, and then you leave it to Allah, and you know He will plan the best. The third thing he said, that this person's whole goal in life, if you ask him, what's your goal in life? He'll say, I want to do what Allah wants me to do, and I want to do what Allah doesn't want me to do. So that's an abd. When he follows these, then Allah says Imam said, he will never hoard. He will never have lots more than he needs. He will never want fame from people. He will never want to be important in front of people. And he won't waste time on useless things. Then Imam told him that, Unwan, I'm going to give you some advice. And Imam gives him 9 pieces of advice. Now, I'd like you to remember these 9 pieces of advice. So the first 3, they're divided into 3. 3, 3, 3, okay? 3 plus 3 is 6. Sorry, I'm just going to pick up a book. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay, so the first 3, Imam tells him, are based on self-discipline. Do you know what that means? Self-discipline means how you can control yourself. So Imam tells him, if you want ubudiyah, the first thing is, don't eat that which doesn't appeal to you. So don't eat just for the sake of eating. Don't eat it if it doesn't feel like you want to eat that. Secondly, don't eat when you're not hungry, Imam told him. So there's 2 different things, okay? One, don't eat just everything that's there. You don't feel like it, don't eat it. Don't eat when you're not hungry. And then Imam says, only eat that which is lawful. that is, which is halal and also gained by halal. The money what it's bought from cannot be money that is stolen. And he said, always begin in the name of Allah. And we thought that was simple, just food. And he said, remind yourself what the Prophet said, that there is no worse thing that a human being feels than his stomach. 1/3 water, 1/3 food, 1/3 air. Now, Ramadan, really important. Sometimes at iftar, we just eat and eat and eat, and we don't even think. So that's the first three. The second three, Imam told him, this is to Unwan, they're based on kindness. Listen really carefully, because this is part of salah, how we can make our salah better. We never thought food was connected. Well, it is. Now Imam tells him on kindness. Imam said, if someone says to you, that if you tell me one thing, I'm going to give you 10 back, you should say to them, even if you shouted at me for 10 times, I will not say a single word back to you. It's like really being kind to someone who's being mean to you. The second thing is, Imam said, if someone insults you, if someone is rude to you, then all you have to do is tell them, if you are right, may Allah forgive me. If you are wrong, may Allah forgive you. It's so hard, isn't it? So hard not to answer back. The third thing is, Imam said, when someone treats you harshly, and they're really harsh to you, always return it back with good advice and pray for them. That's so hard, but that's ubudiyah. And then the last three pieces of advice are based on knowledge. Now listen what Imam said. Imam said, if you don't know something, ask the scholars. And don't ask them because you want to test them or you want to compare them to somebody else, or don't ask them rudely. Ask them with respect. The second thing Imam said was, don't base things on your own opinion. Don't say, well, I think it shouldn't be like that. If you don't know something, don't. Find out from the experts. And that's on anything. Very often we say lots of things. I think it should be like that. We're not even wearing the other person's shoes. We don't know what they're going through. And the third thing is, beware of giving religious decrees as you would beware of a lion. So religious stuff, don't. Leave it to the experts. Don't put your neck for other people to walk on, Imam told Unwan. Can you imagine? So many times we just give fatwas. Go to the scholars, ask them, and then relate what they're telling you. But if you don't know, don't just say it. And then Imam told him, and peace be upon those who follow the guidance. Okay, so that's ubudiyah. Ubudiyah is really important in salah because we keep on saying, Iyaka na'budu. We keep on saying that. So if we're saying that, then we've got to adopt ubudiyah. So I hope we've got ubudiyah in our heads, and whenever I say you, or whenever you think of you will think of ubudiyah. Okay, right. So can I have a salawat, please? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil faraja. So what we're going to look at today is Suratu Yaseen. Again, because it's a Thursday, and it's recommended to be able to recite this on a Thursday. Okay, so let's look at Suratu Yaseen first. So Suratu Yaseen has 83 ayat, and it's known as the heart of the Qur'an. And the reason why it's known as the heart of the Quran is because it talks about Tawheed, Nubuwah, or Imamah and Nubuwah together, and it talks about Qiyamah. So all the usul you will find in here. So somebody asks you, what is the focus of Surah Yaseen? First of all, it's the heart of the Quran. The focus is, it makes it very clear about who the Prophet is. We'll look at this in this section. And it gives you the example of the people who rejected messengers. And then you saw one lone man, Habib al-Najjar, how he comes up and what he says. It makes such a difference. He was an ordinary man. In fact, he was a person who would be chucked out of the town because he had a disease. But he comes up and how he stands up for the truth. It asks us to reflect on the creation of Allah, and you can see resurrection there. And then it tells you about accountability. But in essence, it talks about Allah, it talks about guidance, and it talks about accountability. Some of the benefits. The Prophet said, recite it over your dead. That's why you'll see, whenever we remember somebody who's died, we recite it because it gives us a reminder of ourselves. We recite it to people who are close to dead. We recite it to people, we go on the graveyards and we recite it, okay? Recommended to recite after Salatul Fajr, always. In fact, recommended to recite morning and night, and its protection. If you have a really, really desperate need, recite Suratu Yaseen, Suratu Yaseen, and you will see your needs, your hajat, what you want is fulfilled. If your memory is going a bit funky, then recite it on water rose water and saffron. Can you imagine? And it really makes a difference. And it is said it's a cure for 1,000 illnesses. So recite it on water, keep the water, and if you're not feeling well, with your medicine, have that water. Now we have 7 sections in here. How many? 7. You'll see there's a building on your screen. The first section talks about the Prophet as a warner to humanity. So recite with me this first bit, just a little bit. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Yasin. Now Yasin is composed of 2 things, Ya and Sin. Ya is O. In Arabic, whenever you call someone, we say Ya Ali, or Ali, Ya Muhammad, or Muhammad. Sin, if you write insan, then sin is the middle letter. You have alif, nun, sin, and then alif, nun. And the middle one is sin. So perfectly balanced, most perfect human being. So Yasin is the name of the Prophet. So it's saying, oh, most perfect human being. وَالْقُرْآنِ الْحَكِيمِ إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون. Allah says, I swear by the wise Quran. So it's telling us how important. It's talking about the Quran. He says, what does he say? So that was the object of swearing. What is the subject? إِنَّكَ لَمِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Indeed, you are one of those that I have sent. عَلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ. You are on the highway to heaven. You are on the straight path to your full potential. We say 10 times a day, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Guide us on the right path. Here he says, the Prophet, على صراط مستقيم. So it's not rocket science. We got to follow him. Tanzil al-Aziz rahim. This has been sent down by the one who is mighty and the one who is kind. لِتُنذِرَ قَوْمًا مَا أُنذِرَ آبَاؤُهُمْ فَهُمْ غَافِلُونَ. So that he may warn a people whose fathers were a little heedless. They forgot. Okay, so the next section talks about Antioch, the people of Antioch and Habib al-Najjar. Allah says, وَاضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلًا أَصْحَابَ الْقَرْيَةِ إِذْ جَاءَهَا الْمُرْسَلُونَ. Give them the example of the people of the town when came to them the messengers. So this was the town of Antioch, and there were messengers who came to them, and they rejected the messengers. Look what happened. وَجَاءَ مِنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ رَجُلٌ يَسْعَى قَالَ يَا قَوْمِ اتَّبِعُوا الْمُرْسَلِينَ. From far away, from the town, from far out of the town, a man came running. وَجَاءَ مِنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ رَجُلٌ. A man, يَسْعَى, running. He said, oh my people, follow these messengers. Follow those who ask you for nothing. They didn't listen to him. He turned to the messengers and he says, وَمَا لِيَ لَا أَعْبُدُ الَّذِي فَطَرَنِي وَإِلَيْهِ تُرْجَعُونَ. Why would I not be the abd, remember ubudiyya again, of he who created me and to whom I will return? Well, they didn't listen to him and they killed him. Guess what happened to him? Allah says, قِيلَ ادْخُلِ الْجَنَّةِ قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لربي وجعلني من المكرمين. Allah tells him, enter Jannah straight away. But he doesn't say, yay, I've made it. He says, Ya layta qawmi, I wish my people knew how I was forgiven and how I was made of the honored ones, just by standing up for the truth. Then the next section is reflection on creation, and you have وَآيَةٌ لَهُمُ الْأَرْضُ الْمَيْتَةَ, the dead earth, see how it becomes alive again. Subhanalladhi خَلَقَ الْأَزْوَاجَ كُلَّهَا, we have made pairs in everything. وَآيَةٌ لَهُمُ اللَّيْلُ, we've made the night as something to reflect on. وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍّ لَهَا, the sun, وَالْقَمَرَ قَدَّرْنَاهُ مَنَازِلَ, and the moon which we've made into stages. And then وآية لهم أن حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون, and the sign is of the ships, they sail in the sea, or even airships that fly. And Allah gives all these signs. That's the section, the third section. The fourth section is about taqwa, when it is told to them وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمُ اتَّقُوا مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِيكُمْ, be God conscious. They don't want to listen. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ أَنْفِقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقَكُمُ اللَّهُ, when they're told them, share what you have, whatever God has given you, share with everyone. You know what they say? قَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, those who cover up the truth tell those who believe, أَنُطْعِمُ مَنْ لَوْ يَشَاءُ اللَّهُ أَطْعَمَهُ, why should we feed the one whom Allah wanted, He would have fed them. So they don't want to share either. And in the fifth section, Allah talks about the day of Qiyamah. He says, فَالْيَوْمَ لَا تُظْلَمُ نَفْسٌ شَيْئًا وَلَا تُجْزَوْنَ إِلَّا مَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. On that day, Allah will not be unfair to anyone. And then he talks about Jannah. Inna ashabul jannati al-yawma fi shughlin fakihun. Those who are in Jannah, oh my goodness, they will have all sorts of fruits. They'll be busy with their fruits. Oh, they'll be reclining on these sofas. It gives such a picture of bliss. But then he says, Jahannam, Mumtazul yawma ayyuhal mujrimun. Move away, those of you who are guilty. And he talks about Jahannam. That's really scary. And then the sixth section talks about the reflection on the creation of the human being. He says, أَوَلَمْ يَرَ الْإِنسَانُ أَنَّا خَلَقْنَاهُ مِنْ نُطْفَةٍ فَإِذَا هُوَ خَصِيمٌ مُبِينٌ. Does not the human being see that we made him out of a bunch of cells? And now he stands up and he defies us. We got to think about all these things. وَضَرَبَ لَنَا مَثَلًا وَنَسِيَ خَلْقَهُ. He forgets where he came from. And then finally, the last bit. This is Allah. I mean, it is awesome. Be and it is. He says, إِنَّمَا عَمْرُهُ إِذَا أَرَادَ شَيْئًا أَن يَقُولَ لَهُ كُن فَيَكُونُ. When he wishes for something to happen, he just says, كُن فَيَكُونُ. And it happens. It just is. That's his power. He can do absolutely anything. But the key to this is us being able to trust him. Trust him. Do your best. Give it to him and see the results. You know, we saw Sayyidah Zainab. Did you see how she said it? When she was asked in the court of Yazid, and they said, how did you find the event of Ashura? She's tied up. She's a prisoner. She's lost her family. She lost her home. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. And she says, Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. I saw nothing but beauty. And you think, how did you see that? But look what you see. Everything you and I have is based on what she did. It's phenomenal. And finally, for Subhanallah, and I declare the perfection of him, biyadihi, in whose hands malakut is the kingdom. Kulli shay'in wa ilayhi turja'un. He controls everything, and to him we will return. So try and read Suratu Yaseen tonight. Try and read it every day. It's not that difficult. It's quite easy. Or read a little bit of it. But try every morning. See if you can recite it. Recite it on water. Keep it. And it has amazing properties of shafa. So, my goodness, such few days left. We've got 3-4 days. That's all we've got left of this month. Let's try and make the most of it. So let's end with the Surah Al-Fatiha for all the marhumin, especially those of your family, those who are ill, and those who are in trouble, especially in these difficult times. We will recite the dua for protection, and we will recite the ziyarah of Imam Hussein. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Close your eyes, look down, ask Allah to give the thawab to all the marhumin, especially those of your family. Pray for those who are ill and those who are in trouble. لي خمسة أطفي بها حر الوباء الحاتمة. المصطفى والمرتضى وأبناهما والفاطمة. لي خمسة أطفي بها حر الوباء الحاتمة. المصطفى والمرتضى وأبناهما والفاطمة. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. tomorrow is Jumatul Wida, the last Friday. We will try and look at Dua al-Wida, which Imam Zainul Abidin has taught us. We'll look at the other Dua al-Wida as well if we've got some time. But basically, it's the last day of so much rahmah. Now, I'm going to see you about it this time, but you'll have the whole day and the afternoon. There is like a double rahmah because it's Friday and it's Ramadan, and we won't get this again until next year. So please make the most of it. Recite Ayatul Kursi. Make sure you ask Him for everything that you want. Tomorrow is an awesome day, and pray for those like we did today, the marhumin, those who are ill, and those who are in trouble. So, inshallah, I'll see you at the same time again tomorrow. Pray to Allah to make us of the Ahlul Quran. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم